It's your boy Online Davo, and we back with a video. We got a video about Antonio Speaks, the man who terrified the U.S. government. Now, this video right here is about Frederick Douglass, one of the leaders during his time. And it was crazy too. He doesn't get mentioned as much alongside like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and the other names that go around. And it's crazy because he was so young, but he was really putting that work in too. Like he was like 21 years old, and it's crazy because we didn't get to see him live up to his full potential, but yet he already accomplished and made such an impact in only 21 years on Earth. But we're gonna get into this and we're gonna see what we're talking about. We're gonna learn something new today. So sit back, relax, and come on.
In 1968, the FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover sent around an internal memo for COINTELPRO outlining two goals. One, prevent the coalition of militant black nationalist groups, and two, prevent the rise of a messiah who can unify and electrify the militant black nationalist movement. Now, although in these documents it didn't state his name specifically, Fred Hampton fit the bill.
If we didn't talk about a Breakfast for Children program, we've got one. We're not going to tell you how many kids we intend to feed in Chicago. We're feeding 3,000 to 4,000 every week already, and I don't know how many all around the country. We're not talking about beginning to think about treating people free when they need medical services. We're opening a free health clinic in the city of Chicago in less than 3 weeks. These are the type of examples that people can relate to. The Tribune or the Daily News or sometimes no other can belittle what we're doing because the examples are right there. They're concrete. Just like the old saying goes, one picture's worth 1,000 words, and you've got to believe what you see. The programs are there. People have to see them, and the only people that don't see them are people that shut their eyes and fight knowledge.
Today we're gonna be doing a
Ooh, damn, that brother was cooking. Damn, so pretty much, we already know what he's saying though. He's saying like, look, they're not gonna follow suit unless they see the proof in the pudding, and that's most people, right? Unless they see it working and they see that it has tangible results, they're not gonna follow on. They're gonna stay with the status quo because that's what they're comfortable with, even if it doesn't benefit them or it doesn't push them closer towards their goals or whatever goals they have. They're still going to stay with it because they know what to expect from it, and any change could be worse than what they already got. So it's like a constant battle of you want people to have these certain like liberties and rights, and you want them to have this and that, but they're not going to believe it until they see it. But what's stopping them from seeing it is themselves. So
deep dive into the life of Fred Hampton, the revolutionary that just at 21 years old accomplished so many things. From creating the free school breakfast model that millions of kids still benefit from today, to setting up fully working medical clinics within his own community. This brother was special, and the least I can do is pay homage to him. In school, black history is watered down, and we mainly only learn about the non-violent leaders. If you have any suggestions on who I should do next or just research in general, comment them down below. No more talking.
It's so many black leaders. It's so much black history and history in general they do not teach us, bro. Like I've been working on like actually reading books on history and not just going to like YouTube, because I just added Fred Hampton's autobiography book to my Amazon list. But I don't know when I'm gonna get to that because I got so much shit I want to learn, but I also want to pace myself, So it's just crazy because it's like, man, it's so much knowledge out there and so much history that people could learn from, and that you can see the parallels in present day. But it's like nobody opens a book no more. And I'm not saying like I'm just the most reading nigga ever, but I'm getting there. I'm trying to get there, and it's like you never know until you try. Like they don't want us reading no books, because if you don't know nothing, you can't draw parallels from the past to the present, you're gonna be doomed to repeat it. So it is what it is, though.
Man, let's hop into the story of Fred Hampton. Frederick Allen Hampton was born August 30th, 1948 in Chicago, Illinois. He was the youngest child of Francis and Iberia Hampton and grew up in the suburbs with his brother and sister. His parents were just normal, hardworking people. They actually ended up migrating from Louisiana as a part of the Great Migration. Early on in Fred's life, him and the Hampton family had a very close experience with racism. They knew the Till family. Fred's mom, Iberia, even babysat Emmett Till, the 14-year-old boy who was lynched in Mississippi in 1955 for supposedly whistling at a white woman. Experiencing events like this at a young age shaped.
And that was capping, bro. And she was capping. That's so crazy, bro. Whistling at a motherfucker. Cat calling a motherfucker. Get you, man, that's so crazy they did that to that young man. That's so crazy. Not a young man, to that young boy, to that child.
Into the man we all know him as today. In school, Hampton was always a standout. He attended East Proviso High School, and this is where his activism and leadership skills really started to show. He led the school's interracial committee and even had an incident where he protested the exclusion of a black girl from being prom queen. It was successful, and with this small feat, this opened up many opportunities for other black students at the school. Now, at 17 years old and still attending high school, Fred Hampton joined the NAACP. And not even that, he became the president for the youth council for the West Suburban branch. He successfully grew membership in this group and was actively involved in the community. He would host free breakfast for neighbors.
Who at 16? See, this was a nigga out there putting foot to pavement. I don't even want to call him nigga because I feel like that's it's not disrespecting, bro, because he my nigga. You feel me? But putting foot to pavement. You feel me? Damn, at 21 years old, at 16, 17 years old, like, hey, look, he knew what's up. Like, he was already hip to game, bro. I'm trying to tell you, at 16, I wasn't really hip to game. I'm not gonna lie. But it's like, sometimes you got it, sometimes you don't, man. And it's like, bro had it. He had it, man.
And children, and actively fought for better educational and recreational resources within the community. In 1966, Fred Hampton graduated East Proviso High, with honors of course. He then enrolled in pre-law at Triton College. Now, he chose law for a reason. Hampton knew that understanding the legal system could be a powerful tool for challenging racial inequalities. Now, in college, he was still very much an activist in the community. In 1967, Hampton played a key role in rallies demanding a racially integrated pool. After countless rallies, protests, and even people getting jailed, the campaign was successful and a new pool was built. As time went on, Hampton became frustrated with the NAACP. They were too by the book and moving at a slower pace than what Hampton wanted. Hampton started looking other places, and it was time to move on to his next chapter. In 1968, Fred Hampton joined the Illinois chapter of the Black Panther Party. Now, the Panthers were a revolutionary socialist organization founded by Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale in Oakland of 1966. The goal of this group was...
Hey, shout out my Bay boys. Shout out my niggas from the Bay Ski. 510 to 415. Right across that bridge, brother. Yeah, that's what's up, though. See, I'm telling you, man, the Bay Area has so much, done gave so much, bro. It's so crazy. Sorry, little side tangent, but come on.
Founded by Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale in Oakland of 1966. The goal of this group was simple at first: defend black communities from police brutality. It then ended up snowballing into something bigger and was challenging all of the racial inequalities that black people face. Hampton was drawn to this group for many reasons, but he loved how militant and put together these brothers were. One of my personal favorite things about the Black Panther Party is the big focus on education. All members were required to attend political education classes and were expected to study certain texts. I'm going to list just a few for an example. The Black Panther Party 10-point program, works of Karl Marx, Friedrich Engels, Vladimir Lenin, Mao Zedong, especially the Little Red Book, works of Frank Fanon.
Okay, these some books. Oh yeah, we finna get on this for sure. You see, that's the thing, right? What they say, the most dangerous person in America is an educated black man. Come on, man. There's a reason why they don't want people knowing certain shit. You know what I'm saying? There's stuff they don't want white people knowing. So there's shit out there they definitely don't want no black person knowing. I'm gonna keep it real. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm telling you, bro, the best thing you could do for yourself is to educate yourself, man. Even enroll in a college class just to learn some shit, bro. Like, there's no shame in trying to get smarter or trying to just know more things. Like, I don't know, man. Like, you got 10 extra minutes of your day, go throw in a little YouTube video on some subject that you're interested in, bro. Like, man, I'm trying to tell you, bro. It's a muscle. Move it.
Of Malcolm X, of course, and also other black radical thinkers. After reading these texts, the members would all get together and break it down so that everyone could understand things. Back to Fred Hampton. Because of his charisma and natural leader qualities, Fred quickly rose to the top. Just in a few months, he became the deputy chairman of the Illinois chapter of the Black Panther Party. As the Panther leader in Chicago, Fred got to work. He established free breakfast programs for children, which at the time, kids were going to school hungry, specifically black kids. He then established free health clinics for the community.
How you supposed to learn something when your stomach hurting? I mean, shit, there's adults out here who, if they hungry, they whole attitude change. What you expect to happen to a kid? Like, nigga, when you get hungry, you start getting mad at people and cussing out people. So what you think a kid gonna do? And he hungry. He ain't gonna better focus on no damn math problem or English text. Like, what? He's starving. So it's like, to really argue against giving kids free food, free breakfast, I don't see it, man. Now, I could see you saying something like the way the way people go about it or the way that they go about it needs to change, okay, we can have a conversation about that. I'll be interested in hearing that. But to say you're against it in general, we can't have no conversation about that, bro. That's crazy, especially for kids in low poverty neighborhoods. Like, come on, bro, be serious.
This brother even united the street gangs that were beefing in Chicago. Now, the one that stood out the most was his Rainbow Coalition. Now, the Rainbow Coalition consisted of 3 groups of people. The Black Panthers, of course, the Young Lords, which was a group of Latinos, and the Young Patriots. These were a group of young white activists. The goal of this group was to build cross-racial solidarity around economic and social injustice around the city. Now, this wasn't some kumbaya, everybody come together type of group. It was just young brothers going against the system. I tell y'all this all the time. If you can make a poor white man feel like it's a black person's fault or a Latino fault or immigrant fault, you've won. And people will never fight back against what's really the problem.
We're not a racist organization because we understand that racism is an excuse used for capitalism. And we know that racism is a byproduct of capitalism.
Now, Hampton did all of this in just under it.
Hey, man, they've been profiting off of black bodies since the beginning of this damn country, bro. All right, now they just find different ways to do it. Now, nobody exempt. They finna just profit off of everybody now. Like, shit, it ain't, as long as you can make them $1, they gonna put you out there in that field, bro. Straight up.
A year. The brother was only 20 years old at the time. He was able to unify different racial groups, feed his community, open up health clinics. This brother was powerful. So because of this, he caught the eyes of the FBI and was targeted by J. Edgar Hoover's COINTELPRO. This was a program designed to disrupt, discredit, and neutralize black radical organizations and leaders. Now, the tactics they used were very often.
That's crazy. They had a whole organization to stop the movement of black people, bro. To stop the, oh my gosh. And I know it wasn't just black people, but it was also but you know, you get what I'm saying though, like reaching across those racial lines to get other people from different races and ethnicities to understand it's a bigger issue than just being white and black and Hispanic or whatever like that. You know, like, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. And people think this government is just whoop-de-doo, like, man, we could have had so much more things and so a much better society if it wasn't for the government. But people blame the downfall of society on the citizens and shit like that, when really we know who really pulling strings behind closed doors, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's a part that we play in it, obviously, because, you know, we're voting and stuff like that. But also we got to understand that the government has a specific interest and is definitely going to sway things and do things that make sure their interest has an opportunity to come to fruition. You get what I'm saying? So don't think that everything just be happening willy-nilly. Like, nah, bro. They setting some plays up. I'm trying to tell you.
Look, falsely imprisoning members, assassinating people, whatever they had to do to break up unity within the black community, they did it. It's just so crazy because this stuff is public information. Like, you can look it up now. I believe it came out 3 years ago. But this is why I make the videos I do. The black community isn't in shambles for no reason. These people literally targeted all of our leaders. I mean, these files, you can read it yourself. They have Malcolm X in there, MLK. I mean, just any person that was bringing unity within the community, they didn't want that. These people always love saying, man, you know, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, do for your own. But anytime we had a person that was trying to do that, they knocked them off, man. And it's like, they playing work, bro. Now, from 1968.
Hey, bro, them niggas ain't playing fair, bro. They not playing. Like I said, bro, they'll put you in a situation and blame you for being in that situation. Like, come on, man. Why isn't the black community as united? Nigga, you killed them. Every motherfucker that try to unite some shit, y'all done knock off the map until it becomes a point in which y'all just make it harder for people to unite. And yeah, there's some personal responsibility to that, of things that black people gotta do within our own community to help that unification. But don't try to make it seem like y'all not playing a hand. The government is not playing a hand in knocking off what we got going on, because y'all gonna need someone to look down on. Y'all gonna need someone to blame your problems on. So it's like, we're gonna blame black people, and if we somehow, some way leave black people alone, because we know black people gonna do what we're gonna do. We're gonna make some shit work regardless. You feel me? So if we get left alone and we start making some shit pop, who y'all gonna blame your problems on? All right then. So it's like, of course they're gonna stop our motion. You feel me? But we still gonna move on.
all the way leading up to 1969's of Fred's assassination, he was being monitored heavily. The Chicago Police Department and the FBI were working together. They would monitor Black Panther Party meetings, collecting a lot of intelligence on leadership, and even had an informant, William O'Neal. He was an FBI informant who became Hampton's head of security. He was around Hampton all the time.
That's
now this
crazy.
dude gave the feds everything they needed. He provided the FBI with a detailed floor plan of
Oh my God. What? He gave him the floor plan of their crib? What? He come in there? Nah, that's crazy, bro. It'll be the closest niggas to you, man. Damn.
Hampton's apartment, identified his exact sleeping location, and gave them other information surrounding the Panthers' routines and where the weapons were located. With all this information, the Chicago Police Department and the FBI had everything they needed to complete this hit.
That's crazy, bro.
It's the cold morning of December 4th, 1969. Nearby resides a small apartment housing Fred Hampton, his fiancee Deborah Johnson, who was 8 months pregnant at the time, and about 6 other Black Panther members. Just outside is a People's Gas truck filled with 14 fully armed Chicago Police Department officers. While sleeping in the living room, a Panther hears footsteps. He then hears a knock, so he walks up to the door and asks, "Who is it?" Someone replies, "It's Tommy." Soon after, gunfire breaks out. A Panther member rushes to wake Fred, but something is off. He's not waking up. You see, the night before, the informant, William O'Neal, drugged Fred Hampton. This was later confirmed in an autopsy where they found substances in his bloodstream.
Someone came into the room, started shaking the chair, said, Chairman, wake up, the pigs are vamping. When he looked up, he didn't say a word, he didn't move, except for moving his head up. He laid his head back down to the side like that. He never said a word, he never got up out the bed.
As the police make their way inside, the police catch.
Oh, nah. Bro, what he got? Oh my gosh, bro. That's crazy. Man, these people, bro. These people are wild. These people are wild, bro. And there's people out here who don't know this at all. It's like, and they don't even want to know. Like, they don't even want to know this type of history because it's going to force them to start questioning shit they never questioned before. Damn.
It's their first victim, Mark Clark. I feel like we have to start showing this brother some respect too. We always just say the assassination of Fred Hampton, but no, this was the assassination of Fred Hampton and Mark Clark, so I just wanted to say that. After they killed Mark Clark, they shot another 18-year-old that was sleeping on the couch. They soon after shot towards the bedroom of Fred Hampton.
And I saw bullets coming from, it looked like the front of the apartment, from the kitchen area. They were, pigs were just shooting.
They then moved his fiancee and other Panther members into the kitchen, and
they pushed me and the other brother at the kitchen door and told us to face the wall. Heard the pig say, "He's barely alive, he'll barely make it." I assumed they were talking about Chairman Fred. But then they started shooting the pigs. They started shooting again. I heard the sister scream. They stopped shooting. Pig said, "He's good and dead now."
officers then carry his lifeless body out, and as you can see,
Nah, smiling ear to ear. What? Oh my God, bro. Bro, a concentrated effort, bro. It's a concentrated effort, man. I'm trying to tell you, but people will tell you that you crazy for it. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. And we're supposed to trust the police? And niggas wonder why. Just comply. Damn, kill you while you sleeping, nigga. Talking about just comply. What? RP Fred, man. Fuck these niggas.
they're smiling. This is the type of stuff that just enrages me, man. It just begs the question, man, do these people have souls? It just reminds me of seeing the pictures of, you know, lynchings, and you see everybody smiling with the dead body. Like, it'll radicalize you, man. It really will. Soon after, this was in the headlines, though, and the police tried to spin the narrative.
That's because it makes you look at motherfuckers like, damn, like if we were back in that time, you would be doing that same shit. Like, that's why I be like, yo, this is crazy, because it shows you how many people just go along with what society deems as normal. You know what I'm saying? Like, say tomorrow we wake up and we're back in fucking Jim Crow shit. There's a couple y'all nigga homies and shit that will probably be like, hey, bro, I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to run away, my nigga. Like, I'm telling you, bro, there's definitely some people out there like that, man, who would instantly look for the first person they could do, just so they could experience it, just so they could feel that type of power. You know what I'm saying? And that type of you get what I'm saying? So it's crazy, bro. It's so crazy, man. It makes you look at people different. I'm trying to tell you.
They said the Panthers initiated it, they were the aggressors, and simply just trying to vilify the Black Panther Party. There's always two sides to the story, and there is always a truth. After opening up the crime scene to the public, the forensics told something different. The police shot first and unprovoked. Over 100 shots were recorded coming inside that apartment. And guess what?
Wow.
Only one came from inside. Probably Mark Clark. In 1982, the murder of Fred Hampton was settled. The family received $1.85 million, and I mean, they got the money, but the brother was gone. And the Panther Party at that point was all the way downhill, man.
Damn.
That's it for this video though, man. I hope y'all enjoyed. Man, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I've been studying Fred Hampton for about the past 2 weeks now, and just learning everything about him, the Black Panthers, other leaders around that time. It's infuriating, but it's also like we gotta know this type of stuff. I'm reading a lot of history, learning about a lot of different figures, and every time I learn something, I'm gonna share it with y'all. Make sure y'all go do y'all own research. I'm gonna put all my sources down below. You can put some documentaries, some videos that y'all can watch, because it gets deeper than this, man. But look, if y'all
I definitely gotta check out some of that shit. I gotta get that book too, but I'm trying to tell you, bro. They don't want you to know this because they're gonna have you thinking a certain way. And once I'm trying to tell you, man. They went up in there and took that man out because he was trying to set a better path, a better future for people, bro. Like, and it was like he said, it wasn't just race to him. It wasn't just race to him. It was deeper than that. You feel me? But you know, if you go against the program, man. They gonna get you up out of here, bro. RP Fred, man. Fuck these niggas. I'm gone. Peace.